The rain pounded against the windows of the old Brooklyn diner as Maddox Thompson wiped down the counter, his mind drifting to the life he left behind in small-town Ohio. It was his first night shift in New York, and the city's relentless energy felt both exhilarating and overwhelming. Suddenly, the door swung open, letting in a gust of wind and a drenched figure who shook off the water like a lost puppy. Ethan Ramirez, with his easy grin and piercing green eyes, ordering a black coffee as if the storm outside was just a minor inconvenience. Maddox poured the coffee with steady hands, but his heart raced when their fingers brushed. Ethan lingered, chatting about the city's hidden gems, and before Maddox knew it, they were sharing stories of dreams deferred in families who didn't understand. That night, under the flickering neon sign, their conversation stretched into the early hours, culminating in a hesitant lean-in that sealed their first kiss. A spark that ignited something profound amid the chaos of urban life. In the weeks that followed, Maddox and Ethan's worlds intertwined like vines on a trellis. Maddox, at 25, had fled his conservative hometown after coming out to his parents, who responded with silence colder than any winter. He worked odd jobs, scraping by in a cramped apartment in Bushwick, dreaming of becoming a writer. Ethan, 27, was a graphic designer from a bustling Latino family in Queens, out and proud but navigating the subtle judgments from relatives who whispered about traditions during family gatherings. Their dates were simple yet electric, walks through Central Park, where Ethan sketched the skyline while Maddox narrated fictional tales inspired by passersby. Late-night tacos from street vendors, debating everything from politics to favorite films. But beneath the romance simmered tensions. Maddox's fear of rejection made him guarded, often pulling back when things got too intense. Ethan, ever the optimist, pushed for more openness, sharing photos of them on social media, which Maddox deleted from his own profile out of paranoia. One evening, as they sat on Ethan's rooftop overlooking the twinkling city lights, Ethan broached the subject. "Why do you hide us, Maddox? Is it me? Or is it the world?" His voice carried a mix of hurt and frustration. Maddox sighed, staring at the horizon. "It's not you. Back home, being gay meant being invisible or worse. I'm scared of losing what little I have left." Ethan reached for his hand, but Maddox flinched slightly, a reflex from years of suppression. The moment hung heavy, a silent storm brewing in their budding relationship. As autumn leaves blanketed the streets, their bond deepened, but so did the conflicts. Ethan invited Maddox to a family barbecue in Queens, a test of sorts. Maddox arrived with a bouquet of flowers for Ethan's mother, Maria, who welcomed him warmly at first. But as the afternoon wore on, uncles joked about modern lifestyles, and cousins exchanged glances. When Ethan casually mentioned Maddox as his boyfriend, Maria's smile faltered. Later, in the kitchen, she pulled Ethan aside. "Mijo, he seems nice, but think about the future. What about kids? Our church?" Ethan defended fiercely, but the seed of doubt was planted. Maddox overheard snippets, his stomach twisting. On the subway ride home, he confronted Ethan. "Your family tolerates me, but they don't accept us. How long before you choose them over me?" Ethan's eyes flashed with anger. "That's not fair. I'm fighting for us every day. What about you? You won't even tell your old friends back home." The argument escalated, voices rising amid the rumble of the train, passengers averting their eyes. They parted that night in silence, each retreating to their own corners of the city, questioning if love could bridge such divides. Yet the pull was undeniable. Days later, Ethan showed up at the diner with a handmade card, apologizing for pushing too hard. Maddox, tears in his eyes, admitted his fears stemmed from a high school bully who outed him, leading to isolation. They reconciled under the same neon sign where it all began, vowing to face challenges together. But society's shadows loomed larger. At a pride event in Manhattan, they held hands publicly for the first time, only to face hecklers shouting slurs from the sidelines. Ethan stood firm, but Maddox's grip tightened in anxiety, a reminder that their love existed in a world not fully ready for it. As winter approached, work pressures mounted. Maddox landed a freelance writing gig, penning articles on LGBTQ+ issues, which empowered him but also exposed him to online trolls. Ethan's design firm faced a client who pulled out after seeing Ethan's social media posts about pride. "Is this worth it?" Ethan muttered one night, scrolling through hate comments. Maddox wrapped his arms around him. "We're worth it, but maybe we need to be smarter about how we navigate this." Their conversations turned introspective, weighing personal happiness against societal expectations. A turning point came during the holidays. Maddox decided to visit his parents in Ohio, inviting Ethan along, a bold move. The drive was tense, filled with what-ifs. Upon arrival, Maddox's father, a stoic mechanic, greeted them curtly, while his mother busied herself in the kitchen. Dinner was awkward, with pointed questions about roommates and future plans. When Maddox clarified their relationship, his father exploded. "This isn't how I raised you. What will the neighbors say?" Ethan remained calm, sharing his own story of family reconciliation, but the damage was done. Maddox stormed out, Ethan following, their first major rift exposing raw vulnerabilities. Back in New York, the fallout lingered. Maddox withdrew, burying himself in work, while Ethan sought solace in friends. A mutual acquaintance, Jamie, a flamboyant activist, stirred jealousy when he flirted shamelessly with Ethan at a bar. Maddox accused Ethan of seeking attention elsewhere, leading to a heated exchange. "You're the one hiding, Maddox. Maybe I need someone who isn't ashamed." The words cut deep, and for a week, they didn't speak, each grappling with the fear of loss. Reconciliation came unexpectedly during a snowstorm that blanketed the city. Ethan appeared at Maddox's door, shivering but determined. "I don't want to lose you over pride or fear. Let's build our own path." They talked through the night, tears mixing with laughter, forging a deeper understanding. But the drama wasn't over. Maddox's article on coming out went viral, attracting both support and backlash, including threats from anonymous sources. Ethan worried for his safety, urging caution, while Maddox saw it as a stand for authenticity. Spring brought renewal, but with it, a controversial decision. Ethan received a job offer in San Francisco, a dream opportunity. He wanted Maddox to come, but Maddox's roots in New York, his budding career and fragile family ties, held him back. "This could be our fresh start," Ethan pleaded. Maddox hesitated, torn between love and self-preservation. Their debates grew intense, revealing core differences. Ethan's wanderlust versus Maddox's need for stability. Friends weighed in, some calling Maddox selfish, others praising his caution. At a rooftop party, the tension boiled over when Ethan announced the offer publicly, pressuring Maddox indirectly. "Are you in or out?" he demanded later, alone. Maddox's response was measured but firm. "I love you, but I can't uproot everything yet." The impasse felt like a chasm, threatening to swallow their journey whole. As summer heat waves hit, they navigated the uncertainty with fragile hope. Therapy sessions helped unpack their traumas. Maddox's abandonment issues, Ethan's need for validation. A weekend getaway to the Hamptons provided respite, where they rediscovered the spark of their first kiss on a moonlit beach. But reality intruded when Ethan's mother called, revealing she'd been attending PFLAG meetings, a small step toward acceptance. Inspired, Maddox reached out to his parents, planting seeds of dialogue. Yet, controversy struck when Maddox's editor pushed for a personal essay on their relationship, including Ethan's family dynamics. Ethan felt exposed, accusing Maddox of exploiting their story. "This isn't just content. It's our life." The argument escalated, with Maddox defending it as advocacy. They nearly broke, but a heartfelt apology from Maddox mended the fracture, teaching them the delicate balance of vulnerability and privacy. Months later, as Ethan prepared for San Francisco, Maddox surprised him with packed bags. "I choose us," he declared, having negotiated remote work. The move was bittersweet, leaving behind friends and familiarity. In their new Bay Area apartment, they faced fresh challenges: higher living costs, cultural shifts, and Ethan's demanding job leaving little time for romance. Maddox struggled with isolation, questioning if the sacrifice was worth it. A heated dispute arose over finances when Maddox's freelance income dipped. "I gave up everything for you," Maddox shouted. Ethan countered, "We're in this together." The strain tested their commitment, but through counseling, they learned to communicate better, turning conflicts into growth. Social issues persisted. At a local event, they encountered discrimination from a neighbor, sparking a community debate. Ethan advocated publicly, while Maddox preferred quiet resilience, highlighting their differing approaches to activism. Friends divided, some siding with Ethan's boldness, others with Maddox's pragmatism, fueling external pressure on their bond. As they approached their anniversary, Ethan planned a surprise vow renewal of sorts, a private ceremony on a foggy cliffside. But doubts crept in for Maddox, wondering if their love could withstand endless trials. The night before, he confessed his fears. Ethan listened, then reaffirmed, "Every moment with you is worth the fight." Their renewal was emotional, exchanging promises amid crashing waves. Yet, post-event, a call from Maddox's father, offering tentative olive branches, complicated things. Ethan encouraged reconciliation, but Maddox worried it might pull him back east. Tensions peaked when Ethan's job required travel, leaving Maddox alone to ponder. During one absence, Maddox reconnected with an old flame via social media, not romantically, but enough to spark Ethan's jealousy upon discovery. "Is this how you cope?" Ethan accused. Maddox explained it as nostalgia, but the trust fracture ran deep. They confronted it head-on, delving into insecurities. Ethan's fear of abandonment from past relationships, Maddox's from familial rejection. Therapy bridged the gap, but not without tears and raw honesty. Entering their second year, stability emerged. Maddox's writing flourished with a book deal on LGBTQ+ experiences, incorporating their story ethically. Ethan's career stabilized, allowing more quality time. They volunteered at local centers, turning personal struggles into communal support. But a major conflict arose when Ethan suggested adopting a pet, symbolizing commitment, but Maddox resisted, citing instability. It escalated to broader talks of future marriage, kids, revealing Ethan's eagerness versus Maddox's caution due to societal hurdles for gay couples. At a family reunion in Queens, now more accepting, Ethan proposed informally. Maddox, overwhelmed, didn't say yes immediately, leading to whispers and judgments. "He's stringing you along," an aunt murmured. Ethan defended, but doubt lingered. Back home, Maddox explained his hesitation. "I want forever, but the world makes it hard." Ethan's response was poignant. "Then let's make it easier together." Maddox agreed, but the proposal hung unresolved, a point of contention. As fall returned, Maddox faced a career crossroads, a New York-based opportunity versus staying. Ethan supported whichever, but internally feared loss. Their discussions were tense, balancing love with ambition. A breakthrough came during a storm similar to their first meeting. Huddled together, they reminisced, realizing growth from chaos. Maddox chose to stay, prioritizing their life. Yet, external forces tested them when a viral video of their Pride participation resurfaced with hate campaigns. They stood united, gaining allies but losing some friends who deemed them too political. In quieter moments, their love shone, cooking dinners, sharing dreams, supporting each other's passions. But the journey's scars reminded them of fragility. As winter set in, Ethan's health scare, a minor but frightening illness, brought perspective. Maddox's unwavering care solidified their bond, erasing doubts. Recovering, Ethan revisited the proposal. This time, Maddox said yes, in a simple, heartfelt moment. Their engagement announcement sparked mixed reactions. Joy from some, criticism from others about rushing or defying norms. Social media buzzed with debates on gay marriage's validity in conservative circles. Planning the wedding, they navigated family integrations. Maddox's parents attending cautiously, Ethan's fully embracing. Conflicts arose over traditions, but compromises forged stronger ties. A pre-wedding trip to Ohio reconciled Maddox with his past, Ethan by his side, facing old demons together. The ceremony was intimate, on a sunny California beach, vows echoing their first kiss's promise. Guests witnessed a love-hard one, inspiring some, challenging others. Post-honeymoon, they settled into married life, but real-world issues persisted. Legal protections, adoption considerations, societal shifts. Maddox's book Release ignited discussions on LGBTQ+ rights, with their story at the center, drawing praise and backlash. Through it all, their love evolved, a testament to resilience amid adversity. Is true love defined by societal approval, or does it thrive precisely because it defies it?